Hello everybody, my name is Emilio. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and be talking about the new lighting equipment that I just bought at Best Buy. You can find it over there at that store for about, about under $100, including tax. You can get it for about $106, and that is the Sunpack LED 330 lighting kit. Here's the box set right here. I'm not going to go ahead and open the packaging from the box because I already opened it, and I figured you don't want me to make a video just to see me unboxing something. You want to actually see me using the product, so that's what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use it, and going to go ahead and play around with it. I'll go ahead and play around with this lighting kit when it comes to using it for video and for photos. So that's what this video is going to be, and let's get started. Alright, so here is the LED light right here. Here it is unpacked. I gotta say, the first time I opened this package, the one thing that I was really frustrated with was the battery. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. So here's the battery right here. For the first time I was having problems really putting it in here. I was jamming it into the lighting set. However, I felt like I was worried. I honestly thought I was gonna break the lighting kit. But you really have to jam it in there, make sure it touches the surface. See. There you go, and then you just jam it in, and awesome, it's on. So of course it has these flaps right here. It already comes on the lighting kit. You use it to control where you want the light to go, of course, and then you have the simple on and on switch. I'll show you that in more detail, and there you go, there's the light. You have knobs in the back to control the lightness or the temperature. Here's one thing I want to let you know. It also comes with, basically, I want to say this is a dehumidifier. It's some sort of filter to filter the light. So here's how the light kit looks. And I feel a lot more better putting this thing on. So there's like a little side entry right here. You put the light in just like this. Not that hard, very simple. I was having a hard time trying to figure out where you put this little thing right here, but you just put it in here like this. Very simple. Alright, so next let me go ahead and show you the controllers. It's very easy to control this light. It's not too hard. It's very simple. You have these two knobs right here. You have the off and on switch, and you have this to check the battery life right here. Let me go ahead and show you that in better detail. So yeah, you turn the... So basically those lights give you an idea of where the battery life is, and right now it looks like our battery life is pretty good. Of course, you got a very simple on and on switch. Turn light off, turn light on. Very simple, very basic. You have these controllers right here, which are really important. So you have this knob to your right. This controls the color temperature. And you have this knob right here to your left, which controls the brightness. And of course, I already showed you this, but here is the battery pack right here. Of course, you push this to eject the battery, which I'm not going to do, but it's pretty basic. It's really easy to use. Honestly, yeah, this is a really easy battery pack to use. Not too complicated, not hard at all. Anybody can use this pretty simply. So why did I buy this light? I basically decided to go ahead and buy this light because I'm not really an expert when it comes to using light, or I'm not used to using any flashes at this moment. So I really want to get really good, and I want to learn how to get good at photography when it comes to using lighting. Lighting's pretty much a very important aspect. Most very amazing, very great photographers basically say that photography is basically, it's like painting, only you're using light to paint. There are some photographers that rely a lot on just natural light, whether it be light that comes from the sun, or just indoor lighting, or you use outside lighting from your windows. However, it is also important to use controlled lighting. Flashes are really important. As of right now, I don't have any flashes to use, but right now I actually want to use continuous light. Of course, I'm using a continuous light stand right here to control the light here, but I also wanted to use something else additionally, and basically I think this would be a great lighting kit to use for either making YouTube videos like this, or also using it for photography. And yeah, I also think it's just safe to have more lighting tools in my accessories. I've mostly just been investing a lot on camera gear and camera lenses. However, I also want to invest some good money in some lighting, because lighting is really important when it comes to photography. In fact, most people say that, you can have the best camera ever, but if your lighting is not good, then, your photography will come off kind of, like amateur or like trash. And of course, I'm a professional. I'm an amateur at this moment, and I'm trying to learn. And I'm going to use this lighting tool to learn. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a couple of objects I want to use, kind of like practice product photography. And I'm just going to use this lighting kit as my main lighting set source for the photos I'm about to show you. So here is photo number 1, where I use basically this ramekin turtle. Not really much to say. However, I do like how the lighting is reflected on the turtle. You get a little bit of a shadow on its left side of this photo. Not that bad. That's basically image number 1. Here's image number 2. I took one more image with the turtle. I decided to move the light to a different side, and I adjusted the turtle a little bit. You can see that there's a lot more light, and that's because I adjusted the ISO and I adjusted the ISO and I put it a bit more higher, just to make the photo look a bit more brighter. The next image I used, I got a little bit more creative, and that's because, one object that I decided to use was a pop toy, and that's my copy of my Deadpool pop toy right here. So here's the very first image that I took. One thing, I know other YouTubers and other photographers, they like taking pictures of their pop toys, and it's really cool because, the pop toys, they already model for you. They're like little mini models, little mini sculptures. So if you're trying to practice how to do photos, but you don't have any actual people, use action figures, or use whatever is at your disposal. Use a bottle of beer, use a can of soda, use, some action figure that you have, collecting dust in your room. So that's one thing I just wanted to say. But basically, here is object number 2 of our Deadpool action figure. It's a bit more dramatic. As you can see, there's a lot more light on his right side, but his face is pretty much covered. It looks a lot more darker, a lot more cynical. I mean, one thing that you can do, that I could say, that when you compare the first 2 photos that I showed you, is that the first photo, looks very cool, very heroic. The second photo, you could say it does look like that, but it looks a bit more dramatic. Maybe a little bit more cinematic, if I could say so myself. More edgy than the first photo. Now, the next 2 photos I'm going to show you, I got a bit more artistic, and I decided to use basically color paper as wallpaper. And these photos are edited a little bit, by the way, just to give the photos a little bit more color and contrast. But here's photo number 1. So I had an old mini pole ball. Lighting wise, I like how it's positioned. The light actually died when I took this picture, so I wanted to do more pictures like this, except the light died. Of course, you can see a little bit of the light reflected on the ball to the right, and there's a lot more shadow to the left side. And of course, that's because I was only using one light. Maybe it would have been good if I used a second light on the opposite side to cover all that shade and all of that darkness. But still, it's an interesting photo. And here's the final photo that I'm going to use, which is pretty much a straight up photography photo, or a straight up product photography photo. The product I decided to use was bubbly sparkling water. It was a product that I have here at my house at the moment. I decided to use it, and I thought it would be a good idea to use yellow paper as the background with a little bit of green on the bottom, of course, because of course it pretty much fits the colors that is on the can itself. And also I got an idea to do a product picture like this from an actual YouTuber, and I'm going to go ahead and give him credit because this is not my idea, this is his idea, and I was inspired to do a photo like this from his YouTube channel. Alright, so the YouTuber's name is Omar. How to make amazing product photography at home. It's a tutorial of his that he released about a month ago while I'm filming this. So I basically saw that video and it pretty much is a very heavy inspiration for this photo right here. I mean, in all honesty, you could just say I'm ripping him off, but that's just something that I wanted to do. I basically copied his style and I made this photo right here, and this might actually be my favorite photo. I like how the light is reflected on the can itself. I do like how you do see a little bit of shadow, but it's not that bad. and it makes the background for the yellow and the green background, it looks very colorful, and it's an appealing photo. I like it. This is probably my favorite photo out of all the photos that I used to basically for this video. Alright everybody, so basically those are all the photos that I wanted to show you, and this is pretty much the conclusion of this video. I just wanted to make this video also as an excuse to go ahead and play around with this lighting kit. I'm really glad that I spent money on it. It is $100, but yeah, when it comes to doing photography, it's good to invest your money, and I haven't really spent any money on lighting kit in a while, and I think it's really important to use something like this. People mostly prefer to use flashes from what I see. Most photographers use professional flashes. At the moment, I do not have flashes. In the future, I will invest in some really good flashes. But right now, I'm happy using this, and I'm happy using the light I'm using right here. And it's actually given me some ideas for what I can use these for when it comes to photography and even cinematography when it comes to making short films. So I'm definitely going to use these a lot more in the future, and I will be making more videos about these, in the near future, of course. Anyways, that's all I have to say in this video. And of course, if you made it through the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're doing good. Be safe. Of course, more videos will be coming out very, very soon.